Well, it's another day to spill some tea with your one and only host, Cherilyx. So in today's video, we will be talking about something quite different, but of great importance, which is fandoms and its toxicity. Fandom refers to a community or communities formed around shared interests in media such as movies, TV shows, video games, and books. As a result of this, fandoms foster creativity, a sense of belonging, mutual trust, and friendships. However, in many online communities or the internet in general, fandoms are oftentimes noticeable to be really toxic, especially with how they over-sexualize and ship their characters. It's just as if there's this obsession to make everything adult-themed or need to have toxic ships, which takes away the originality of that content. Fans also tend to create their own headcanons, which is actually not a problem, but can actually be problematic, especially when over-sexualized or weirdly shipped. When fans are only interested in characters being in a ship they created, it tends to conceal the other great aspect of the community or show. Taking a look at the MHA community, popularly known as My Hero Academia, which most of us are familiar with, it's safe to say that the community is quite toxic due to ships being made, and also looking at how the amazing digital circus had and has ships even if none were made in the actual show. Ships are sometimes not a problem, but when they are toxic, they tend to conceal and overshadow the positive aspects of the anime and show, where people have also claimed to have quit watching My Hero Academia due to its toxic fandoms. The toxicity within a fandom is a significant concern, as it can seriously affect writers. When fans engage in harassing the writer, it can create a sense of obligation for writers to cater to their demands. In some unfortunate cases, if a writer's work doesn't align with fan expectations, such as non-canon pairings or unexpected plot developments, they may even face threats. This behavior is completely unacceptable. Not to mention the gatekeeping. Fans who disagree with how the toxic fandom portrays their ships ends up getting bullied, ostracized, or dismissed. Shipping two characters are not that big of a deal, but most times, these ships tend to get out of hand and create a negative impression on that show. But I have to say this, just because a fandom is toxic on the internet shouldn't stop you from watching or exploring the show or movie, because there will be fandoms that will either be over-sexualized or shipped weirdly, so get used to that part. I encourage that viewers focus on the main show rather than the fandom, because if viewers focus on the toxic fandom, there will definitely not be interest in watching the show. And just because a fandom is bad doesn't automatically mean the show itself is bad or the media is bad. Just ignore the negative aspect of the fandom and focus on the positive one. Because as long as the internet is concerned, there will always be toxic fandoms.